Daniel chapter 11. Where is he? Daniel chapter 11, verse 36. Still dealing with the trumpets, but we got to know in detail who running this. Verse 36, go ahead.
And the king shall do according to his will.
Now that's the king we just read about that God gave power to. Go ahead.
And he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every God, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of God.
Yes, sir.
And shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done.
I tell people that prosperity ministry, you get caught up in that, you caught up in the wrong thing. Because this man right here, he got a lot of money, a lot of precious things. If you think just because a church is prospering, that they're doing right, your mind is gone. God is not about this prosperity here. It's okay he give you money, but this king right here prospers so much that all the world is following after him. And they're doing it today. But they got these blinders on because the preacher's not teaching them about how to identify him. And we're going to identify him right here. Go ahead. Verse 37.
Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all.
So you mean to tell me this man is saying they're going to regard women? What organization tell you you cannot be married? The Catholic Church. And God told us to be fruitful and multiply upon this earth. The first law he gave Adam and Eve, to be fruitful and multiply. But this man right here will desire women. That's why they like to sleep with little boys. Just raping little boys. And this is a clue to let us know. He said, neither shall they regard the gods of their father. What fathers? Our father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They don't regard the laws. They don't regard the Feast of Trumpets or a Feast of Unleavened Bread. None of that. Neither are women. Woman can't do nothing for him, but she can do plenty for me. Go ahead.
Verse 38. But in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things.
So he said but in his estate he shall honor the God of forces, the armed forces. They're going to be on this payroll of silver, of gold, of precious stone, because they know he got the money. So therefore, they're going to work for him. This is what this man is saying going to be controlling. Go ahead.
Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with the strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain.
A strange God. Our gods don't have nothing to do with Passover anniversary, Easter, Christmas.
Come on, bro.
And our God ain't got nothing to do with Valentine's Day. All this crap that's going on in the world with these serving these strange gods, Christmas, all this stuff. Well, you read it at in the book.
That's right.
Jump down to verse, you feel me that?
Yes, sir.
Verse 45. Let's see where his headquarters is going to be. Go ahead.
And he shall plant the tabernacle of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him.
At this time, they're going to build that third temple, and the man of sin going to sit over there in the temple of God. In his holy land say, hey, God is here. Y'all can stop animal sacrifices. Right now, they are training Levitical priests right now to take up animal sacrifices. Because the Jews over there in the land don't believe that Jesus ever came and did away with that. They waiting for him to come. They don't believe in, they tell us, we don't believe in that black Jesus y'all talking about. I never heard them say it. So they're waiting for this guy. And when he stepped on the scene, y'all can stop that. I'm the man you should be worshiping. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. in verse 1. Let's see Jesus bring his behind down. All this gonna happen on the trumpets. He want to make sure you know now. He want to make sure he can give you that seal of approval. But if your mind's so caught up in the world, you're like, oh, it's taking too long. Man, we should be done. Man, you ain't gonna get nothing but some pain. You gotta be battle tested with this. You got people out here doing whatever they want to do. They're out here having a party, watching Monday Night Football, sleep, doing whatever they want to do. They don't know that the memorial of blowing the trumpet has started. Started. They don't give a care. You want to follow them? Go ahead. Go ahead. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now Jesus we're going to put on the scene. Go ahead.
Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him.
When Jesus comes at that seventh trump, he going to gather us. Go ahead.
That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand.
Because when those 6 trumpets are blown, these people going to be shaking. They're going to be like, man, what is going on here? We ain't never seen like this, but we not going to be shaking. We just wonder, okay, we know he's going to do it. The first trump, the second trump, the third trump, all the way to the 7th trump. And this is where we at now, to the 7th trump, where Jesus said, I'm going to take him down. Y'all ain't got to worry about it. I'm going to get it. And he's going to have some saints fighting with him. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
He's going to be revealed. And this is how you know he's going to be revealed. They're going to be in the third temple. He's going to stand in the holy place, as we read in Daniel chapter 11, and call himself God. So it ain't going to be no surprise to us. Go ahead.
Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
It's the same thing Paul talking about in Thessalonians, same thing they were talking about in it. Same exact thing. They tell the same story.
Same story.
But you're going to be shaking if you don't understand this. Let's continue. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 3. Let's see how Jesus is going to gather. He said he's going to gather. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Oh, that's right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24, and then we're going to go to 1 Thessalonians. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Yeah, we got to get this one. These for all these rapture people. Gonna be raptured out of here for Jesus gonna steal us off the earth. You tell them a stealing lie.
That's right.
That's a lie. Stole the truth from people if you believe this. That you ain't gonna have to go through these 7 trumpets. Either you gonna go through them physically and being hurt on this side, not getting in the place of safety, or you gonna go through them in the place of safety where you're gonna be protected. It's our choice. Now let's see when Jesus comes back. Let's see if he's going to come back before the tribulation. Verse 29. I'll go back up to verse 27.
Okay. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west,
Yes, sir.
so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So he gave us an example. You ever see the lightning go from the east and the west? I mean, everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it. You're going to see him coming from east to west. Everybody going to see it. Go ahead.
For whithersoever the carcasses is, there will be the eagles be gathered together.
Because as we find out, when Jesus comes, he's going to be killing some people. Killing a bunch of them. That's the side they ain't going to know about Christ. Wait, what you doing? You're going to be killing people. That's not on his side. Now let's see when he's going to come. Go ahead.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
Wait a minute. He said immediately after what? Tribulation. All that stuff we just read in Revelation about those 7 seals, 7 trumpets blowing. Jesus said, I come after all of that. So when you telling people that you're going to be raptured out of here before that happens, you's a liar.
Yes.
You's a liar. Stop lying to these people. He said immediately after the tribulation in those days. What days? When the tribulation period, he going to come after that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
We read about that in the Bible, what, the 6th trumpet? I think the 6th trumpet. When that going to happen. Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Yes, sir.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
What do people say? Hide us from him who sits on the throne? They want to hide him because he's coming. And he's black. He black as me. He's a dark-skinned brother with woolly hair. And he ain't playing the radio. Go ahead.
And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet.
What trumpet is that? Jesus is going to sound at the 7th trumpet. When the 7th trumpet hit, he's coming.
Amen.
He going to send, after all those 6 trumpets have blown, now here comes the 7th trumpet. Oh, I'm coming. Go ahead.
And they shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Those are the ones that got the seal in their head. Those are the ones that say, oh man, I love this. He ain't looking for the ones that say, I'm tired. It's boring. I want to do what everybody else doing. Why we got to do this? Why we got to do that? That's between you and God. That ain't me. Because I'm waiting for this. This is what he said. He going to gather the ones from the 4 winds of the earth, meaning that the 4 corners of the earth, he gathered them all up. Y'all come on up. Y'all come with me. Y'all come with me. Let's go see what he's going to do. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 14 again. You feel me that? Yeah, 1 Thessalonians, excuse me. Let's see how he gathered us again. This thing is good right here, man. It's good. Don't be like Lot's wife. I'm so focused on the world, turn it back, man. I'm missing out on something. Yeah, you're missing out on hell. I ain't had my life yet. Man, forget that. All the stuff I used to want to do, man, it's like, man, I don't even care about this stuff no more. I'm into this book. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 13. God don't want us to be ignorant about anything. He wants us to know exactly what he's going to do. And this is what he's saying at the 7th trumpet. Go ahead.
But I will not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep.
Yes, sir.
That ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope.
He said, I don't want you to be ignorant. Don't be in sorrow because the ones that are asleep. Believe me, the ones that are asleep, the ones that are dead, they ain't got to go through this. They wait on the resurrection. They wait on it. Go ahead.
For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him.
If you die now, and you in the ground, and you believe in Christ, you got your sins forgiven, he's going to wake you up. Come on up with me. But he also wake the other ones up too, that ain't going to be with him. Well, keep going.
For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord,
yes, sir,
that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
The ones that are in the ground, we're going to see them actually coming up out the ground. You be sitting there waiting. I mean, like, oh man, I hope I get caught up too. We're going to see this. And this is what he tells them. Don't be ignorant of this. Don't be surprised. You just make sure you got your head right so you can come up right behind them. Listen what he say here. Go ahead.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first.
What trump is he talking about? The 7th trump. These people done went from rapture all the way to the 7th trump and forgot all about those 6 trumpets that need to be blown. They forgot all about that. Now I'm going to the seventh trumpet. What book are you reading? All this stuff in Revelation you just told us got to be done. Got to be done. Go ahead.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up
Yes, sir.
together with them in the cloud to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Are we going to heaven, ain't we?
No.
That's what they tell you. Now this is the rapture, Jerry. They call up. It said you be caught up in where? The clouds in the air.
Amen.
To receive your heavenly body. But let's put everybody back on the ground. Let's go to Zechariah 14. They said, man, we going off into heaven, Jeff. No, brother. We ain't going nowhere but back to this earth once you get that body. And Jesus giving that body for one reason only, is to help him fight this war he gonna have with these people on earth. If you ain't ready to fight, this might not be for you. I'm like David, boy, he gonna say, boy, you too bloody. I can't let you set up a kingdom. I want to fight, boy. I'm getting my mind ready for this. You want to have some type of reparation? You want to get some get back? Be in this resurrection right here. Be in this resurrection right here. But no, you worry about 40 acres and a mule. You worry about, can I go and sit with the white folk? Can I go in these neighborhoods? Can I do all the stuff that the white people do? You worry about all that other stuff. This is what you need to be worried about. Zechariah chapter 14, we'll start with verse 3. Go ahead.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle.
Now, when he was caught up in the clouds, he had to go back somewhere. He said he had to go back to fight against those nations. Go back and read verse 1 first. Verse 1. Zechariah 14:1. Let's get a little more detail. Go ahead.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoils shall be divided in the midst of thee.
That's when he coming to fight. Verse 3, go ahead.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
Verse 3.
Oh, verse 3, I'm sorry. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle.
And he's telling me that he's going to fight against the nations. When he's going to fight? After the 7 trumpets blown. But he said, I caught them up in the clouds to do what? Where I'm going after the clouds? Go ahead. He's going to tell you verse 4. Go ahead.
And his feet shall stand in the day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west.
Yes, sir.
And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of it toward the south.
That's why I tell people, don't be going to the land too early now. You ain't got nothing, you don't need to be over there in Jerusalem at this time. Because his feet gonna hit the Mount of Olives, everything that's in there, he gonna destroy it. He gonna destroy it. Go ahead, this is what he said, verse 5.
And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azel. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah.
Yes, sir.
And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee.
Wait a minute, where you get them saints from? That's the first resurrection. Back over in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, he said they were caught up in the clouds. Once they caught up in the clouds, guess what? Now we got to go back down to Jerusalem and fight with him. After that 6th trumpet is blown, all this destruction hit the earth, Satan ruling everything. Now it's the Lord's turn. It's Jesus' turn. Now he coming to fight.
Amen.
Verse 9, verse 8. Verse
8.
Yeah.
And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. He gonna start
Rejuvenating the earth, making it pure. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
It's going to be just one Lord in that day. He's going to be king of all the earth for 1,000 years. And that's what people don't understand. It's nothing new. He's been telling this story forever, since this book been upon this earth. But it's new to these people that inside these churches that do not go in the book of Revelation, do not keep the feast or the holy days, whichever way you want to put it. They don't care about it. It's not fun to them because they can't get up and hoop and holler and jump around. Read this book because he's looking to see that do you have it. Let's go to the last one. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 8. Let me show you something. And this is it. You don't, and I don't want God to turn me over to a reprobate mind. Ezekiel 9, excuse me, not 8 but 9. Ezekiel 9. Now, there's God telling Ezekiel something here about how he marketed his servants. Let's go with verse 1. 9 and 1. Go ahead.
He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand.
Yes, sir. So these ain't, he calls one to come with a destroying weapon. Go ahead.
And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lies toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen.
This is talking about the tribulation period too now. Same thing, with a slaughter weapon in their hand. Go ahead.
With the writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar.
This writer's inkhorn, meaning that this angel is writing something down. Go ahead.
And the glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherub.
The cherub is an angel. You know what a cherub look like? Go to Ezekiel chapter 1. It'll tell you. 4 heads, 6 wings with eyes over wing, cast feet, hand up under each wing. That's how these angels look. Go ahead.
Whereupon he was to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side.
He said, come out, let me tell you something. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him,
this is what the Lord told him. Go ahead.
go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
He said, I want you to put a mark on the people that cry, that look at homosexuality as sick, that look at eating unclean food as sick, abomination. That look at Tyler Perry when he put that dress on, acting like Madea, sick. I want you to mark them because they are disgusted with all this abomination. But the ones that are not disgusted, they laugh at it. They got friends that are homosexual. They got them around them and all this stuff. I ain't got nothing against you, but I ain't hang with you. That's sick. This is what he's talking about, all the abominations. And you go through the book, he's talking about the abomination of hating people, proud look, all that stuff. He's looking at it all. He's trying to find out who crying about the abomination. Put a seal on it. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
He said, the ones that I didn't mark, kill them. I ain't got no pity for them. They're just like waste upon the ground. Kill them. I ain't got no use for them. Go ahead. He's going to tell you who it is.
Slay utterly, old and young.
You think because you old, God got some pity for you? Kill him. He 100 years old, kill him. 60 years old, 70 years old, kill him. Young, baby. That's your baby right now. I'm going to kill him too. Go ahead.
Both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is a mark.
He told his angel, don't you touch my servant now. Don't mess with them. You just kill the ones I want you to kill that don't have this seal on them. Go ahead.
and began at my sanctuary.
So that means he's going to begin at us, Israel. We're going to be the first one to get judged. Judgment going to happen. See if you make it in that first resurrection. See if I make it in that first resurrection. Go ahead.
Then they began at the ancient men,
Yes, sir.
which were before the house.
They begin at the old heads, the ancient men, going all the way back to Moses in them days, going all the way back in Abraham days, going all the way back, all the men that day, down to us. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, defile the house, fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city.
Man, he said, fill the courts with the slain. Fill the court with the dead. Put them all lined up, because it's going to be so many dead bodies, you can't even bury them. Wow. Go ahead. Listen what Ezekiel said when God started killing at the house of God. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, while they were slaying them, and I was left, and I fell upon my face and cried and said, Oh, Lord God, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem?
Do you understand what he said there? So many of us gonna die. The ones that have the promised seed, which Israel, you're like, God, you gonna kill them all? You gonna kill all of Israel? Them your chosen people. Because we so stiff-necked and hard-headed. A lot of us gonna die.
Yes.
A lot of, I can see it. Go ahead.
Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness. For they say,
what they say? Go ahead.
The Lord has forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeketh not.
Oh man, y'all be talking about God gonna come out here. Ever since my grandma was talking about this. Her mom was talking about this. And God done forsaken this earth. I don't know who y'all believe in that fairy tale. Them the ones gonna die. They gonna die. Just mocking.
Amen.
You don't play about this book. I don't. Go ahead.
And as for me also, mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head.
Cause you sit up there and mock me, you gonna be pleading, God don't kill me, or you make up, cut your neck. You ain't gonna have pity. Go ahead.
And behold, the man clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded me.
So he put your name down in the book, if you protect it with the mark. So don't take these holy days lightly. It's the plan of God. It's the blueprint of God. That's what we must do, is follow it as it was planned. Tomorrow is still going to be off from work. It's a Sabbath day. You can cook. You can do moderate cleaning for the food you make. Be cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and be washing your car and doing all that stuff. Just rest. Eat a little bit of rest and get into this word. So we're going to end off that. And we're going to take up the offering. If you have anything to offer,